there is actually the potential, if this is done right, for people to recycle a very, very serious percentage. Right now, I think we're 40 to 50%. We can do better. That's good. That's what we want to be able to do. We want to minimise what's going to landfill. We want to maximise actual recycling. We certainly want to minimise incineration across the state. There are very laudable objectives that those who came before us set the train in motion. But they have been failed. They have been failed by a lethargic department and lethargic government ministers. Now, you would have thought that the Fianna Fáil party would have embraced this motion, would have said, that makes absolute sense, go back to the drawing board, let's do this properly. I've read the Fianna Fáil motion on the order paper, and I agree with most of it. It's very agreeable. But they haven't done that. What they have decided is, the new politics in these houses is, Fianna Fáil motions are passed with the collusion of the government. Government's agenda is passed with the collusion of Fianna Fáil. But God forbid if a good idea, a bill or motion comes from anybody else in opposition, we'll vote it down. It's new politics for Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael, and it's the same old politics for Sinn Féin and everybody else.
Opposition for opposition's sake.
You know, so what we have here is we have Fianna Fáil councillors all across the state, you know, wringing their hands. This is terrible. There's nothing we can do about it. It's awful. You know, what a mess. This is so unfair. And yet when a motion, which is one of the few powers this House, this Seanad has, to be relevant, to capture the imagination of the people, to do something that's in the interest of the people, we cannot get it over the line because Fianna Fáil have done a deal with yourselves yet again. Now, if, as we expect in a short period of time, Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael unite again in this chamber and vote down a sensible, common sense opposition proposal to go back to the drawing board for all the reasons I've outlined, Minister, you're going to have to tell all the householders in Donegal and elsewhere, right, who are in urban conglomerations of over 500, what they're going to do about their organic waste. How are you going to ensure that they have the brown bins they need to separate their waste? Are you going to ensure that your law does not actually punish them? Because inspectors under your legislation can inspect people's bins to make sure that they separated their waste, and they can issue a fine to those house owners if they don't comply with the law. Are you going to amend those pieces of the statutory instrument? There's so many aspects to this. Why is it that in parts of this state you pay between €5 to €7, you pay between €5 and €7 for your recyclable bin, and other parts of the state it's free? Why is it that people who think that they're recycling are actually having their recyclables being incinerated? There's so many issues, it's a total mess. Minister, you should have withdrawn this statutory instrument. You know you should have done it. Last minute panic here again. Last minute Charlie's with yourself sorting this out.
Thank you,
so if you're going to vote down this motion today, you better in your contribution tell the citizens listening in how you're going to solve that problem for them. Those tens of thousands of families who don't have a brown bin, who don't have a quality of access to recycling infrastructure. You need to resolve that issue and reassure people listening in, if you're going to do this deal again, this new politics, this Fine Gael government that we're seeing before us.
Thank you.